Welcome back, everyone. Well, most people keep a close watch on their investment funds to see how they're doing, but do you know where your money's going? Well, the Save Darfour coalition says some of your investment money may be contributing to the genocide in Darfur. The group has just started running a new 30-second television spot.
See, your portfolio's performed really well this year.
Energy stocks are up and technology is strong. You took a little hit in real estate, but more than made up for it in genocide. You're really making a killing in Darfur.
Is your mutual fund funding genocide? Find out at savedarfur.org.
Well, joining us to talk more about this is Deborah Broadeghem, professor with the International Development Program at American University, who's worked as a consultant for the UN and the World Bank in several sub-Saharan African countries. Thanks so much for talking with us. That's a powerful ad that we saw. It's been running for a week now. It's got another week or so to go. What has been the impact so far?
I think the impact has been primarily in increasing the awareness amongst ordinary people about what's happening in Darfur. There has been some movement on the part of mutual funds, but the major ones, Fidelity, Vanguard, haven't yet divested from the companies that have invested in Sudan.
That's interesting because really the ad puts the onus on the individual, doesn't it, to go onto the website and check to see whether they are indeed funding genocide. But you're saying that the outcome, in actual fact, has been that these mutual funds are responding, but still many more to go, it seems.
The movement to move out of Sudan has a long history. We've tried in various ways as Americans and through the U.S. government to put sanctions on companies to stop them from investing directly in Sudan, American companies. But companies around the world have still continued their investments in Sudan. These are Chinese companies, Malaysian companies, even French, Indian. And so this movement is to get the mutual funds that invest in those companies to move out, and to do it through stockholder and shareholder pressure.
But if those individuals do go on the website, it's going to be pretty difficult for them, though, isn't it, to work out whether they are somehow indirectly funding genocide there in Darfur?
It's actually very easy because the Save Darfur organization and the coalition has a website that's set up to give them all of this information. So all they have to do is check and see, is their mutual fund one of the targeted mutual funds, and if so, do they own shares in it, and if so, do they want to put pressure on their mutual fund to change their policies?
And what about an effort to pressure some of the other countries, such as China? A lot of the emphasis has been on China. Is there any indication that they will move their ad campaign to cover that, or do they feel that this is going to have more impact?
Well, it's interesting because on the website of the Save Darfur organization, it is China that's being targeted. These organizations, the mutual funds, they have investments in PetroChina, and PetroChina is part of the Chinese government. It's a state-owned company, and it's a major contributor. It's a major owner of oil shares in Sudan. And so therefore, through targeting PetroChina and therefore the Chinese government, the activists are hoping that they will have some influence on China, who will then have some influence in Sudan.
All right, Deborah Broadeghem, thank you so much for talking with us. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.